Well, I grew up in Caddo Mills, and so pretty well everybody came to what was then East Texas State University, and my friends and my family had come here. Dorm mate was my high school best friend, and we just kind of ran with our little cluster group. Dr. Reba Hudson made a big impact on my life. She was running the Dallas Center at that time, and when Ralph and I married, I did my last semester, my student teaching in Dallas because we lived in Mesquite. And at the time I was very shy, and she had a way of bringing me out of that without me backing down or even knowing she was doing it. And so some would think she overachieved in her ventures, but yes, Dr. Hudson would be the one. I was in public education for 29 years, and I taught everything from second grade, well, actually pre-K through college during that time. And I did administration the last 21 years. I liked administration, but I loved the classroom. Several years ago, Andrew Young was coming to the university, and Dr. Hendricks came out and asked, Lavelle Hendricks came out, and we were talking, and I said, would you like for him to stay in our guest house? Andrew Young, former ambassador to the United Nations, has stayed at my guest house. And so after that, if something like that came up, different ones would ask me if people could stay here. And Tim McMurray was the athletic director at that time, and we were friends, and David Bailiff was coming in to be the head coach. And they asked if he could stay at the guest house. So at that time, Ralph and I tended to really get involved with the football program. I mean, we had gone to games and such before, but we hadn't been as involved as we were. We actually hired some of the football players to work on the farm. And that's really funny because, again, at-risk kids coming in first generation from the inner city have never seen a cow. I've got pictures of them petting cows and, never built a fence. They've learned to build fences, which I don't even know how to do. So that was really a thrill. One of the things I did in my career that I guess I'm really kind of proud of is I worked a lot with at-risk students. And in the summer in Greenville ISD, I was usually over the intermediate summer school, which was 5th and 6th grade. And every year for 6 or 8 years, one of our field trips was to come to the university. And those boys, when you put them in that field house dribbling a basketball or let them walk across the football field, it was like amazing to them, So working with the at-risk kids and bringing them to the university was one of the real highlights of my career. It's about the kids. No, if you're going to give money, it's not about you, it's not about the university, it's about the kids getting the money. It's about the kids needing the money and having the money. If you're going to spend time, it's not about I gave time or I served a hamburger at an event. It's about the kid got the hamburger, It's all about the kids at the university.